about the dark spots?
Splinter hemorrhages.
Did that happen at the bottom towards the nail or the cuticle and then move its way up, or it can happen anywhere?
It can happen anywhere.
How many years have you been doing YouTube videos?
About 5 years for the YouTube videos and 27 years for being a nail technician. Do you normally do your feet at home, or do you go to a salon and have them done?
I go to a local salon.
Okay.
It's interesting to laugh.
Is it a salon that has a lot of pedicure chairs in the room?
Yeah, I think they have probably about 8 chairs and 10 nail stations. And I would usually go on a Sunday, and sometimes I'm waiting, and the last 2 times, just walk on in. It's the crazy pandemic.
Oh yes, people are nervous.
Yeah.
They want to know that proper protocol is being followed.
So in 27 years, have things changed drastically?
For in what
In
area?
nail care.
No, I mean, I've always done nail care the way that I do nail care.
How about products?
No. The rules have changed some. People don't stay caught up on their rules and regulations. State board will change things.
Oh,
So a lot of places don't know that the callus rasps aren't allowed to be used on the public anymore. They're not allowed to use blades to take calluses off on the bottom of their feet. You can only use a file on one person at a time. You have to throw it away unless it can be disinfected. So that kind of thing. And then, like, they used to make pedicure tubs different with like pipes that moved the air and stuff like that, and they don't make those anymore because bacteria can grow within the tubes on the inside.
mhm.
So they don't do that.
Makes sense.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a dentist.
Nice.
So we're all about. Things are constantly changing. Somebody's always coming up with some new material. I would like to sit back and wait for the bugs to be worked out.
Yeah, there's been a couple of products for the nail industry that started in the dental industry.
OPI.
So
Acrylics.
yeah, acrylic products, gel products they put on the nails.
When I was a kid, I used to go to Tel 12 Mall in Southfield. It's not there anymore. There's little pieces of it still there, but it's all big box stores. And their
Yeah.
The smell was overwhelmingly methamphetamine.
Oh.
And when we got to dental school and we mixed up acrylic for the first time, I thought, oh, it's just like the next
You're like,
one.
I know that smell.
Yeah.
Yeah, some brands are stronger than others.
Nobody had dreamed of digital radiography when I was in school. All of a sudden, just this big boom of technology.
Yeah. Store everything right on the computer.
Mm-hmm. And backup. We have cloud backup and hard drive backup and external hard drive backup. That's a lot of redundancy.
Yep.
And with computers, you gotta worry about security. It's hard when you're firmly embedded in the analog world and you see all this digital stuff going on around you and you want to change and
Right.
you think that, oh, that's a lot. And then I'm not that person, I wish I were.
Yeah, you have to weigh the benefits of how much time is it going to save you during the day, and sometimes technology actually takes more time.
Sometimes computer reset. You can tell when things start getting slow. Probably time for an upgrade.
Right.
So white bands that I have on the nails.
Those white spots?
Yeah. Does that need any further treatment?
Not if they buff right off. Sometimes they can go deeper. Sometimes it's just dehydration from nail polish. Sometimes it's something called white superficial onychomycosis. But if they buff right off and they aren't down deep in the layers, then it's nothing to worry about. Have you had problems with athlete's foot or anything in the past?
Never.
Yeah, seems to be good.
When I was in school, I had some phantom warts.
You had what?
Sleep. You know, the only time to get a chance to sleep is when I have a surgery.
Aw.
I'm thinking, no, I have a chance to breathe later this year. So my pulses is a fungal infection.
Mhm.
How do you keep that? If it is deeper.
People use a topical product at home.
How long does that usually take to cure?
It depends on how severe, what kind of condition the toes are in. But like I just made a before and after photo of a client that I saw a year ago. She came from Texas, and it was pretty bad. I mean, her toenail was really thick and yellow, and now her toenails are completely normal, and it took a year,
Wow.
a whole year.
Take the big toenail, for instance. How long does that take to grow out?
1 year. Yeah.
Wow. And how about the pinky toenail?
Pinky
That's
toenail
what
takes
it is?
about 3 months to grow.
Oh,
Yeah.
so she probably saw improvement on all the little toes before the big toes.
Yeah, and big toes usually go, if they go all the way down to the matrix and underneath the cuticle area, it, you know, add 2 months to that.
Does it matter your age? Are you going to be infusing quicker in the young versus the old?
No, it just depends on if they skip a day.
So daily treatment.
Mm-hmm.
Does it matter what time of day you do it?
Nope. Nope. Just, I mean, we tell them morning and night.
You let them breathe a little bit.
No nail polish because it can't penetrate through nail polish. It has to go into the nail plate. So, yeah. It's awesome. Like, I wish I could sit around all day and make before and after pictures of people's stuff, but I just don't have time. Like, I need an assistant to just do that.
How many days are you here?
I just shortened my schedule to 3 days a week because I work 11-hour days and it's just too much. It's too hard on my body.
Magnification, I think, after 5 years, and then I really did a jump recently.
Yeah.
I'm at 3.5. But I really like them. I can't believe I practiced so long without them. And it does help. Some cases, I joke with my assistant a lot that I spend half my time sideways.
Yeah, ergonomics is so tough.
Yeah, and I just got a new chair. It's nice and cushy on the butt, but took some time to get the body used to it. Sit back more. Invested in some lighter weight hand pieces because you know, a couple ounces makes a big difference when you
Huge difference, yes.
And so one thing they glossed over ergonomics in school. I think we had probably one lecture on it.
Really?
From the pediatric dentist. Basically, it was, you know, sit up straight, you know, move the patient to fit your needs. Sometimes that just
it's
doesn't
like, well,
work.
show us how. Give us some examples.
Oh, they love that. You know, it was all about the slides. This was before PowerPoint.
Yeah.
They had carousel. Change that carousel. They always had an extra slide projector.
Yeah.
This one went down. I just think about, you know, we thought we were so advanced. And, you know, now
Okay,
everything's
that
probably
foot can go
done
back in the water.
with the computer.
So you're ready for some pretty feet then.
I hope so.
Yeah, I would suggest starting to use the nail mycosis product. And by the time you're able to wear shoes again after your surgery, I bet they are all perfect.
How about the shape of those two outside nails?
So they're just pushing, I mean, they're pinched upwards.
Yeah.
They should flatten out. Once you get rid of the nail fungus that's in the toenail, they should grow normally. I'm gonna thin them out to make them look like they're normal. And then you'll have to try to keep them at a shorter length because once there gets to be too much of a free edge hanging over the tip of your toe, when the toenail gets soggy, it's pliable.
Yeah.
And if there's no nail bed underneath it holding it in place in that flat position, then it'll dry and curl. So that's why you need to keep it cut short.
I feel that toe, because of the bend in it, it's just scraping a lot.
Does it hit the top of your
It hits
shoe?
the top, yeah, the bottom. I feel like that's scraping. So no toe fungus on the right foot, but the left foot has it.
Yeah. I mean, I can't diagnose this from my experience. That is what it looks like. I've had other clients who've had the same situation, and I mean, topical product, at least the topical product that we use, works.
And one has been pinched for a long time.
Has it?
Yeah. The dietist offered to take it off, and I said no. It doesn't hurt. It just doesn't look cute.
Well, maybe before you leave, you can make one more appointment before your surgery so we can get them all thinned.
I used to experience splitting on that nail. That stopped after the first surgery when there was a lot less pressure on the feet.
Did your toes used to go over further and then they corrected a little bit after the first surgery?
Oh yeah. It used to be more of a corn on
Here?
yeah. I developed a corn on the great toe and its neighbor, but where they touch.
Oh, yeah, I see a little right here. Yeah.
I definitely used to be a size 8. In some shoes now, 7.5. So that stuck out a lot more. I've seen a lot of products on Amazon too that will correct the bending of the great toe.
The little silicone products. Yeah, we have some of those too. And they, I mean, at least people who have painful toes, it makes them feel better.
Oh yeah.
You have a few splinter hemorrhages in there.
Let me look at it.
See that little dark line?
Yeah.
That's from
With
where,
the little white spot in the middle of it?
let me get that off. See those little black specks?
Yeah.
So those are broken blood vessels. They leaked a little and they cause those little, they call them splinter hemorrhages from the nails squeezing. And then the toenails are porous, so they absorb that fluid.
was the most unusual color you saw in somebody's toe?
I don't know. I guess the deep, deep orange color, because when they'll have a really hard keratin surface, but once you file off a couple of layers, the deep, deep orange color tells me that it's all mushy underneath. Yeah. And you have to get that out of there or the nail fungus will never go away. Because people think that their toenail is hard, but it's not. It's really like disintegrating underneath, almost like compost.
Same thing with teeth.
Yeah.
I've seen some of your videos and you're really cutting the nails short to get the nail in the nail bed if you wait for them.
Yeah, you have to clean out all of the debris from underneath any lifted part or the nail can never reattach to the surface of the nail bed.
Have you seen black, green, purple discoloration in nails?
Yeah, green, the Pseudomonas. People have had Pseudomonas on their toenails before. And black from blood, purple.
Diabetic. Do they have more nail problems than the average person?
It doesn't seem. I ask people who come in here with a lot of issues if they're diabetic and they're not. So this toenail, does this toe bend?
Yeah.
A little bit. Yeah. So it's going down and it's pushing the tip of your toe up. Yeah, see how tight that tendon is?
It is a change surgery on both feet, but the left one is always the worst of the two. And now both my parents had pretty bad bunions.
Aw, he's caregiving.
Do you always wear sandals?
I just started wearing sandals after we went out of town. And I am determined that it's spring. And I am not putting regular shoes back on. Makes me feel happy every day. I'm like, it is going to be spring. And I didn't even wear a coat today. I'm living in my fantasy world.
I'm an anti-sock person.
Okay.
I have to wear them at work, but when I'm at home and on my days off, no socks.
You're not doing it.
You know what? When you're indoors, you have to wear shoes.
Yep.
You wear sandals all the time. We're kind of take your shoes off at the door. Don't bring in the outside world.
Right.
My shoes at work, they're dedicated work shoes. They do not come home.
Yeah, people don't think of that. The stuff that you walk on and then you walk bare feet across your floors after you've tracked your shoes across.
Yeah. Or you go out to your garden, into your yard, and you can biological stuff in. Your dog, your cat, you can take your rabbit.
A lot of gardeners will get a nail fungus from the fungus in soil because they won't clean it out really good. Then it just gets in there.
I love gardening. And there's always something to read or something to clean out, and I'll just get going and I think, oh, I should be wearing some gloves. And by that time, yeah, there's already dirt on it. We have a lot of pine trees out, and then when we drop the needles, we get one of those, stuck into it. That is not pleasant.
No, pokey.
Maybe after cleaning up a little bit, I would definitely start with the gloves. You see tulips popping up.
Yeah. I had to go get a package off my neighbor's porch for them because they were out of town, and the tulips in their front yard were all popping up.
I lost my tulips last year. Squirrels ate them.
Oh my goodness.
I think this fall I'll
I didn't know squirrels ate them.
Oh, yeah. Darn squirrels. Gonna make it a point to
They were hungry.
do some planting. Yeah, and I feed the squirrels because I've seen what they can do. They'll start chewing into my flowers that have nice beefy stems, like the cone flowers. So I always put out squirrel food, always have the bird bath full of water, and used to be we put out dried corn
Oh yeah.
on the cob for them. They're very messy and they go through it fast. I switched to squirrel logs. Darn it, if they didn't go through those like in a week. It's meant to last like a month.
Oh gosh. It sounds like you've got a whole family of them out there.
They were hungry squirrels. So I'm hoping now that it's springtime, they can find some more food and the squirrel logs will last longer.
Right.
So have you always had your salon in Salon?
Mm-hmm. I've worked in other salons, but when we opened our own salon, we've been here for 18 years.
Same location?
Yep. Did you make any travel plans for this year? Any vacations?
We're trying to. So my son is going to be 21.
Oh wow.
And we just asked him, what do you want to do? And it took him a while to get back to us, but we're trying to set up a little Vegas vacation at the end of July.
Oh wow.
Where he's going to meet up with some of his online friends. One lives in Vegas, and then two others will be joining us there, and one's coming with their parents, and I don't know about the other one.
Oh fun.
We've been to Vegas before in the middle of the summer. It's hot. We'll see people jogging at 8 in the morning and then nothing after that.
Yeah, they have to jog in the morning because it's so hot.
I know they say it's a dry heat, but it's intense.
Yeah.
We are trying to get that arranged. We need a yay or nay on that. And you know, sometimes kids procrastinate.
Constantly.
Oh, yes. Do you have any kids?
Yes, I have 2 boys, 20 and 17. And their favorite thing to do is to procrastinate. So
Don't see it that way.
it's like the one thing that they are great at.
My niece is going to give birth to her second child towards the end of May. And I would love to be able to visit. They're in Texas. So I guess we start on mannequins. We don't get to touch real people.
Yeah, not until you have so many hours of practical application
Yeah.
under your belt.
But I want to say in our second year, they did make it mandatory. I could be wrong on the timing of that. And you know, and masks too.
Mm-hmm.
This has really become politicized, and I can say that I've been wearing a mask for over 30 years, and it works.
Yeah.
It keeps the germs at bay.
And body fluids.
Yes.
I mean, even though I have some nurses that work in areas of the hospital for, like, if people were accidentally poked, and, you know, our integumentary job is to protect our bodies from anybody's body fluids, but she said in 30 years, even people getting poked with stuff, they've never had an accidental infection.
Yeah, there's protocols set up where, you know, they're given IgG immediately. Put on a cocktail depending on what they
We're
maybe-
exposed to. Yeah. Yeah, that's the number one thing that people will say in the comment section. Why don't you have on gloves? I'm like, because no one's body fluids are present. That's why.
Right.
It's just skin. It's the same as shaking a hand or giving a hug. I mean, the bottoms of their shoes have more germs on them.
Yeah, that you may not want to touch.
Yeah.
But, you know, after somebody's soaked a while, why not?
Yes.
Yeah. I just think about all the years that the dentists were just putting their hands in people's mouths, and then, you know, probably had a ashtray on the side.
Exactly,
with a
they were
cigarette.
burning a cigarette while they were filling a cavity.
After I numb you up, I'm gonna just
And
take a
having
little
some
smoke break.
scotch. Yeah.
After my 3 martini lunch, I'll see you.
Right.
Oh, the good old days.
So funny.
Yeah, we did have to change. We had to put in air filters, air purifiers. We've always had face shields in the office, but nobody used them. Now we use them.
Yeah.
Double masking with the respirator and a mask over that. I don't know if we'll ever get away from that. I mean, I hope we will. But I don't know. We're getting better at vaccination.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have travel plans coming up?
Yeah, we're going to Florida in the beginning of May for a long weekend. And then in September, we're going to Arizona for our anniversary.
I love Arizona. It's warm and no hurricanes.
Yeah. Take that one.
Have you seen more business since YouTube?
Well, I have people traveling from all over. Prize.
Wow, you've got, is that on the Texas border?
Mm-hmm.
Are they in Mexico or Texas?
Texas.
Wow. You just need someone from Alaska and Hawaii.
It's pretty amazing.
Are these people who have repeat appointments?
Some of them. I have a husband and wife couple who live in Texas, and they just booked their 3rd appointment in June. They'll be here, I think. I think it's June. Yeah.
Texas had some crazy weather.
Did they?
They had all that snow.
Oh, and didn't they lose like electricity or something?
They did.
I get all my news from my clients.
So it caused a lot of pipes to break and a lot of property damage.
Oh, that's awful.
I get all my news from Facebook.
Do you?
And not, you know, you can't go out to the edges because that stuff you can't believe. But I'm in some dentist groups, and you know, they would give us updates on what was happening. Some of them had pipe bursts, not necessarily in their office, but like in vacant offices next door because they couldn't, you know, set the water to drip, and you had freezing temperatures.
Oh.
No electricity, no heat. So, big mess. Sometimes those disruptions go for months while you're trying to get your building back in order.
On top of everything else that had been happening.
Months of shutdown. Did you do anything fun when salons were closed last year?
I created an online training academy for nail technicians.
That's when that came up.
Yes. Well, I had been writing the courses and the content and outlining everything, but it was the 3-month shutdown that I put it all together, finished it, filmed it, created the website.
Highly productive.
Yeah.
I spent my 10 weeks learning about CDC guidelines and trying to find PPE.
Yep.
I have a tool. We call them instruments, so it's just like that.
Yes.
It's the spoon excavator.
Yeah, we call them implements. And And I call this the ingrown sidewall cleaner because it has a scoop.
That's a lot better than excavator. We just call it spoon for short. It's kind of a good multi-purpose tool. So I have seen some crazy stuff on YouTube. There's a guy, I don't know where he's from, somewhere in Asia, and it looks like he takes a razor and he's trimming the nail down, but he goes onto the side. Man, boy, he gets a lot of junk out, but I'm thinking,
He's probably a podiatrist.
yes, it looks scary, and he doesn't draw any blood.
Yeah. He's got to have a lot of talent to stop at just the right place, too.
Yes, yeah, very steady hands.
You're like terrified the whole time you're watching that he's going to slip.
Yeah, and he never takes a nail clipper to trim down nails. It's always this X-Acto knife.
Yeah.
Once you start watching those, you get interesting things on your feeds.
Yes.
I also like dog and cat videos.
Yeah. I've had some people saying, oh, I'm glad you posted. I haven't seen you in a while. And YouTube unsubscribes people if they think they're spam accounts.
Oh.
And people won't get a notification on your channel unless they're subscribed. So I have to tell people, make sure you're subscribed. If you think you're subscribed,
Click the bell.
click the bell, click subscribe. Because we're posting a couple times a week now, and they're like, I haven't seen your videos in a long time. Like, oh, well, you probably got bumped off for some reason.
Back in the day, I thought toenails were supposed to be like straight across.
People misinterpret what square means when they say to cut your toenails square.
Mm-hmm.
And what they mean is, do not cut them straight here, not angled.
Ah.
So square is straight, straight, and straight, but these can be rounded to the shape of the attachment point.
Ah.
So like a little smiley face. All of your attachment points are little smiley faces.
Gotcha.
Because as soon as you cut them at an angle this way, the nail wall encroaches and disappears, and then when your nail starts to grow here, it runs into that skin, and that's why people get ingrown toenails. And that's why even after having an ingrown toenail surgery, it hurts growing back. So.
Just don't make them pointy.
Right.
So that new trend in fingernails baffles me.
Which one?
The pointy nail.
Oh, yeah. The stiletto.
They're called stiletto? Wow. They look like they could do some damage.
Oh, they can.
Did you say you had been in Florida recently?
Yeah. We were there like 3 weeks ago for the weekend.
What's the coronavirus situation like there?
I have no idea. I didn't pay attention to any of that. I mean, it seems like wherever we go, there's really no one around. Like we were never really close to anybody, not even in the airport.
Good.
There's like no one at the airport. You know, you sit in your own row on the plane.
Really? That's nice.
Yeah.
Kind of slowly getting back to normal.
Yeah, we went to our resort and we sat on the beach, so.
All inclusive?
No. It's like a little townhouse, had a little kitchen.
Did you go out for meals or you made your meals?
We went out once. We made them most of the time, 90% of the time.
We had a Florida vacation when I was a teenager, and that's where I learned about early bird.
Oh yeah, that's what Bruce said. He's like, we're having old people dinner
At 4 o'clock. Because they go to bed early too.
Yeah. All right, bend that knee, put that one right there. And I'll take that foot.
So it sounds like I gotta go bare nail for a while.
Yeah, just a couple months.
Really see the darkness now.
That's like it's wet.
On the pinched toe.
Someone left a comment a couple of days ago that said, oh, you know, this is like you're doing surgery. And I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm not entering the body at all. I'm just filing and clipping and shaping. That's it.
Stuff people do at home.
It's all cosmetic. It's all cosmetic. Are you a runner? You've got nice legs.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna lose a lot of muscle tone. And
From not being able to be on your feet.
Yeah. It was first time I had the surgery, so flabby. And man, you get that cast off and there's just this like snake-like peeling of the skin.
Oh, yeah.
So I remember after that appointment, I hobbled back up to my bathroom and hopped on the counter, filled the sink up with water, and just took a washcloth and just
Rubbed it off.
yeah. And it was so nice and soft after that. No callus. Well, it's not all sitting in dentistry. There is a lot of up and down.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm a weekend warrior when it comes to cooking, so a lot of time in the kitchen.
Yeah. Nice.
And pretty soon it'll be gardening weather. see it would look like if I were a runner?
You might have a few more calluses here and there.
Yeah. My doctor tells me I'd like to see him get more active. Well, I should take the dog for a walk. She needs to lose a little weight. How far apart do you usually space appointments?
75 minutes. Oh, I mean, no, like I book like 75 minutes for a customized pedicure.
And for second visits too?
Oh, you're talking about when you should come back. I thought you meant how in my day. 6 to 8 weeks. So I think 8 weeks for you, so it'll be right before your surgery.
Yeah. What did you call the dark spots?
Splinter hemorrhages.
Did that happen at the bottom towards the nail or the cuticle and then move its way up, or it can happen anywhere?
It can happen anywhere. I don't know how long it's been there. If I knew how long it had been there, I could tell you where it originated from. But the cause is from squeezing.
Do you ever see those when they're red and fresh?
I can't say that I have. How are they feeling?
Very nice.
Good, good, good.
do at home besides the antifungal treatment?
Nope, not a thing.
I would look at that and think, how in the world?
I know, just from pressure. The
Yeah.
body is amazing, trying to protect itself.
And I think, how is the nail pressing against it? No, it was just the toe itself.
The light's always so weird in here.